Hey, Derek here. What's the best way to create an A-team crew for your construction company? It's to have a kick-ass construction employee training system. I'm going to be sharing with you how to set it up right now. All right, so before we jump in, give this video a big thumbs, likes up, super appreciated. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. So I'm gonna be sharing with you 4 different steps here, and every step is super critical. If you miss a step, your training system is not gonna be effective. And the reason you wanna train your employees, besides just having them know what the hell they're doing on site, investing in employees will make sure that they stay long-term because they know that they're appreciated. You're paying them already, so may as well invest in them, make sure that they know how to do things properly, and it will bring consistency to your production, to your quality. There's tons of benefits and it's super important. So the first thing that you're going to want to get set up is you need like a home page. You need some sort of like bulk software. And if you need help with this, if you want this stuff just like done for you and set up, check out the description below. Links in there to connect with us. But the home page is going to it's going to be like a portal. If you've got a client portal, similar idea. It's going to list off all the different, training videos, training platforms, programs, whatever they're going to need for the training should be in one specific place. And this could be like a Google Sites, could be just a spreadsheet with, the lists of different training videos or training documents that they're going to need. Or you could have something, there's a whole bunch of even free options available online that's specifically geared toward making online courses or making like a training program for your company. You want to get that set up first so that you've got an outline and you can kind of see the big picture of what it's going to look like before you start, building a little bit here, building a little bit there, and have like all this, different types of information and places that employees have to go. So that's the first one, is just get the outline and have a homepage. The second step into creating a full construction employee training system is get your checklist and your processes in place. You're going to have, videos, which we'll get to on the next one, but you want to have checklists. So this will be quality checklists. This could be onboarding checklists, different processes. So how to do a site assessment could be a process for how to frame a wall or how to, run wire if you're an electrician. So you want to have an outline of your different processes and checklist. And like training programs, there's, you can go so far and get so stuck in the weeds that a lot of you will just be scratching your head and be like, I don't know where, it just takes forever, right? So 80-20 rule here, pick out like maybe the 5-10 big steps that someone needs to know to complete something, and just start with that, just so that they know the process of what they need. You don't have to go into super high level detail of like specifically how you load the nail gun or how you, measure out every little part of a wall or whatever, that kind of stuff. They can either learn on site or you can create additional information later. Start with the high level, the big steps, and you can always flesh it out. You can always add more to your training program as you go along, or you'll discover that people get stuck on certain steps and that's where you need to add more information. Whereas other ones, maybe they just breeze through because it's kind of common sense or common knowledge, or everybody who's in that position already has that level of knowledge. And you want to be doing this also for back-end processes. So this isn't just for like production training of like, training guys how to do a specific job. It's also could be training videos on how to fill out their time forms, how to submit receipts or bills, how to access, if you got project managers, there's gonna be a whole lot of training on the different software and systems and the computer side of things, electronics, emails, how to send emails, how to do client communication or client walkthrough or estimate or whatever, right? So the training program is not just for the hands-on work, it's also for all the back-end kind of, software and systems as well. So that's number 2. Number 3 is videos. So videos is the new medium of, the world right now. Yes, people still read, kind of. They'll still go through, books and stuff like that. But I think everybody knows like that binder of processes, nobody reads that. They skim through it and forget it, right? It's super convenient to make training videos with, with video or training programs with videos, because you can just get on, you can share information, you can do screen shares. There's a lot of options. You don't have to do a whole bunch of editing. These are training videos, right? They're internal. They're not, marketing. They don't need to be super polished. They're simply, get on, start talking or showing or doing whatever you need to do. If there's a few ums or ahs or breaks or pauses, just keep rolling with it. This is, again, not a big marketing thing. This is just internal training. You just have to get the information across to the employees inside your business. Different platforms that you can use for video. Zoom is great. Google, what's the one? Google Meet, another alternative, but where you could easily just screen share. And let's say you're running through an estimate and you want to train your project manager or somebody else to be doing estimates estimates for you. Just simply run through an estimate that you're doing, like a good example if you're already doing one for a client, and just talk as you're going through it. You know, this is how I set this up. This is the template that I bring in. This is the pricing that I use. This is how I figure out how many, you know, hours it's going to take someone to frame up that wall, or this is how overhead markup we decide to put depending on, you know, what the job is. So just talk through it. Super easy with screen share. Use your phone. You know, I remember my first like training video I made for my construction company, and I had a video camera, had the tripod, had one of my employees like videotaping me, and I was nailing together landing in a stairwell. We were doing framing as a subcontractor framer for many years, and yeah, I didn't want to do it anymore, right? So I was like, I want to train guys. I want to make training programs so I can teach guys how to do this, so I don't have to keep nailing these landings together, because I end up usually having to do it because it's a little bit more, you know, tricky than just the average, you know, putting a wall together, whatever. So anyways, took a long time. You know, I had to edit the video. I had someone else recording, took 2 people, all this, like, you know, tons of production, and like took forever and is not really that effective. Nowadays, just grab your phone, record it, have one of your guys recording you, talking about it, and just go through the process. It's super easy. Or if you don't feel comfortable on camera and you don't want to do it yourself, just go on YouTube and find videos that show a process similar to the one you use. So if you want someone to learn how to, you know, nail together a wall or run wire for electrical, there's probably 1,000,001 videos on YouTube. Just find one that you feel is like captures what you want to say, and just put it in your training program as like, you know, this is the process. These are the 5 to 10 steps. Watch this video, put it on, you know, 1.5 times if you want to rip through it. And that way they, you know, at least they have that base of knowledge, and when they get to site, they may not know exactly how to do it, because they're, you know, actually going through the process and doing something is, you know, when you get good at something, but at least they know like 60-70% of like what they should be doing at least before they get on site, so they know how to do it, how it should be done properly, even if they don't quite have the competency to do it properly yet. So does that make sense? All right, so moving on to the 4th and final step. This is a big step in creating your construction employee training system, and that is to refresh and follow up, right? Nobody watches one video or does something one time and then is good at it or can remember it, you know, the next day or the next month or the next year, right? So people constantly need refreshers and they need follow-up. So especially with new employees, when you've trained them, when you've gone through something with them, maybe in a month or 2 months, just kind of run through a high level and just like ask them a few questions, or ask them to revisit some of the training videos, especially if you see that they're struggling, or if they're like done something and royally messed up. It's like, you know what, go check out that training video again. I think you should, you know how to do this better by now, and, you know, be actively checking on them and making sure that they are running through the training as they go along. So hope that makes sense. If you want help with this, if you want more resources, we got free templates, free resources, a bunch of online training courses. Check out the description below. There's links in there to all of that. Or if you just want someone to do this for you and get it set up and not have to deal with it, reach out to us. Check out these other videos. Last thing, you know, got tons of other great content on here. I'll see you on the next video.